Hello everyone, this is MyBadComputer, and today I am here to tell you about how I mapped an Xbox One controller for use in DDO. So, as you can see, right now I'm using the Xbox One controller to move my character back and forth. And so some people are diehard keyboard and mouse users, and I completely respect that. However, for me, DDO is not just a game that's for keyboard and mouse. There has been a lot of speculation and stuff like that you know, a controller just doesn't work as well for DDO. It wasn't designed for it. Well, DDO seems to work just fine with an Xbox controller when it's mapped properly. And I like to use it because the advantages are that I can map 77 functions using the modifier key into my Xbox controller, and that's an awful lot of things to be able to do by just using one single device rather than using two keyboard and mouse together. Now, I do use the mouse in conjunction with my controller at times because certain things the mouse is easier for, such as like when you're doing inventories and stuff like that. Using the controller is a little bit awkward because, you know, it just does not have the fine-tuned ability with cursor that a mouse does. But it does have the ability to use the cursor. You can see me moving it around right there. All right, and I'll show you how it can be used to select things just like with a regular keyboard, so, or a mouse. So there you go. I just buffed up. I did all that using the Xbox controller. Now let's run up here. Let's go see our navigator. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. A little too high on her, but that's okay. So let's go to the marketplace. Why not? And then I can show you two more door accesses using the controller. So one thing about it is when you're using the controller, you really want to try to kind of have your cursor centered. It makes it a lot easier to be able to do. But as you can see, I'm not really having much of a problem, running through doors and stuff like that. It's really pretty easy. And so I don't see much advantage to, whether I'm using a mouse and keyboard or not. So I've got lots of things assigned in here. Here's jump. Oh yeah. All my camera angles are programmed in here. That's how I'm moving. I'm using the two thumbsticks on the Xbox controller to move right now. So as you can see, all that works pretty good. Here, let's blow past this person. Right up the stairs. Over you. Woo! Yep. As you can see, control's not really that big of a deal. I have pretty fine-tuned control with it. I wouldn't say that, a mouse and keyboard user could tell the difference between how I'm playing right now with the controller as opposed to how they would be playing with a keyboard and mouse. So it's really not that much different, except that I'm not constantly leaning over a keyboard and a mouse to do things and outstretching my arms for the mouse or anything like that. I'm just sitting here with a controller in my lap doing all my functions. So let's go over here real quick and I'll show you a quick other view. We'll get somewhere empty. And I will use the mouse for this just because it's much quicker to switch positions. So you can see I don't even have a weapon right now. So let's load a weapon. There you go. Let's, instead of shooting some regular arrows, let's go summon some arrows so I can do that. Acid arrows. Oh, yeah. Let's switch weapons again. That's not my favorite bow. All inventory slots are full, and that's one reason I'm having trouble switching weapons right now, is because all inventory slots are full. So, but in any case, you can see how that works. Now, if I start to run, swaps my mouse look right back. So I can easily switch weapons and other things. Let's empty our inventory a little bit. So this is a good test for the Xbox controller versus the mouse is definitely this, because, you know, going through menus and stuff is a little bit harder. So I'm going to sell. Let's sell this magnetic shield. I don't need that. See, I just double clicked it. Let's see what else we got here. What else can I get rid of? Oh yeah, I got all kinds of bows and weapons, that's for sure. But as you can see, I'm just going through the list, and I'm using the Xbox controller to do this right now. Is it as fast as a mouse? No, definitely not as fast as a mouse. You know, I could just jam through here with, oh, I don't need the 100 holy bolts for anything. Get rid of those. Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, let's sell our gems off. And let's sell the rest of this stuff. So as you can see, I just, you know, let's do a repair. I haven't repaired anything lately. Nothing to repair. So that's cool. So as you can see, I just did all of that with my thing. Now I like to move my cursor back in front of me just so it's fairly easy. But let's do a quick run-through adventure just so we can see, you know, how this works. Let's do this one. You know what? I've done a lot of different run-throughs, and some are better than others. Let's do this one really quick. Pearl drumming. Yes, let's repeat the captive's quest. And should I make sure I have a hire on me? I have this mapped for inventory to just pull up automatically. I do have a hire, so that's cool. I probably don't really need that hire, but you know. And again, doing all this with the Xbox controller, I haven't used a mouse yet. I'm gonna grab my hire. Oh, I haven't used my keyboard yet either. So just so you know, grab my hire. And there she is. I'm definitely going to be overpowered for this quest, but this is good to kind of show you, you know, running. We've got running. We've got stealth. Oh, yeah. Enough of that. Jumping, obviously. Really easy. And all my camera angles. So as you can see, I've got up. I've got down. money shot all around. Dizzy, dizzy, dizzy. And so, as you can see, I've got pretty fine movement control. Look, I can go super slow if I want to. And this is all camera angle using the Xbox controller. It does require a little bit of finesse, especially when you're going super slow around. But, there's all my angles. And then there's my running. See, I've got my back and forth. This is just using the one thumbstick to move myself, strafing right, strafing left, forward, backward movement. And then you can use the other thumbstick with your camera angles to really fine-tune your control of your running. So just like this. So it works pretty good. Let's see. I want to go a little bit faster here. So I think I want to maybe fire up Expeditious Retreat. See, did that with the key map. Now I can move a little faster. I've got 6 of those a day, so I'm not too worried about it. There we go, attack. Going on up. Yeah, it takes a while to get here. But anyway. Yeah.
The road continues east into territory controlled by hostile Gruul tribe orcs.
So, I want to choose Elite for this. Won't let me go Reaper. It's too low level. So, we'll just do Elite. Sorry, I have my
patrol the road ahead.
Way
the
up.
Gruul tribe outpost that holds the
Mainly
captives
because
must
I'm
be nearby.
playing on a 75-inch flat screen TV right now. And so it likes its brightness a little bit higher than the standard laptop does. All right. Let's I'm on metalline arrows right now. I'm going to switch to morphic arrows. Then that'll be cool for my damage types. Yeah, not really fair with a ranger. Yeah, your melee doesn't work too well with... Oh, here we go. Some shot action. Oh, yeah. Well, except my hire took him out. If I want to, I could grab the treasure bag. See? I'm not using a mouse to do any of this. This is all just with the
nearby
Xbox
totems
controller.
are newly built. The Gruul tribe orcs must have taken over this riverbed only recently.
Oh yeah. It's almost not fair. Unfortunately, even playing Elite, I won't really gain XP because too low of a level for me. But I wanted to take you through something that was fairly fast and fairly simple just to show you. Now, I definitely... Oops, there's another guy right there. Oh yeah. Here, let's clean house a little. There's a chest. I can grab the chest with my controller, no problem. Go up there. So, as you can see, you know, a lot of, you know, you can do mouse control function, and I know I keep harping on that, but what I'm trying to point out is that, you know, the Xbox controller is not something, the Xbox One controller, to be precise, whether it's wireless or wired doesn't make any difference, but it's not something that can't easily be used. Okay, so there, I took my first hit for 4 points of damage. So for ha-has, I'm going to go over here and use the heal shine and just show you that, yeah, I can do that too. Ah, feels so good after a nice nap. All right, here we go. Now, certainly using a mouse,
The Gruul tribe
like
has
this,
transformed the two islands in the center of the river
can
into
be
a
quicker,
fortress. The orcs must be holding the
but I don't
captives at the
need
very
to use a
heart of
mouse
the
to do that.
complex.
All right, I can do it from my controller, and as you can see, I can do all of my running and fighting from controller. I'll do a little melee here in a minute.
Somewhere atop the smaller island, a deep orc voice barks orders. It must be the orc commander directing his troops.
Kind of boring to watch me just plug people from a distance. Now this time I won't use the controller to do this. I'll simply use I will use the controller. I won't use the mouse. Yep, just stand there and get killed. Another chest that I don't need. Oh yeah. Really, I need to run this Reaper. Open the chest. Using controller. Loot all. Using controller. Now there are actually two different buttons that you need to key map to do stuff like that. One is your normal select button that you use throughout the game just to select objects and targets and things like that. The other one is actually the menu select button that you use for menus. And so those are actually mapped to two different keys on my controller. One is mapped to my A key just to make it, which is your normal select for anything you might normally be running through, going to doors, opening chests, stuff like that. And the other one is mapped to a modifier key and push down on my right hand thumbstick so that I can both control the cursor and be able to select things in menus like inventory menus, buy, sell, you know, dialogues, whatever. So Oh, you know what? Let's switch to melee. Come on. Melee time. Ooh, look at that. They took a big punch out of him. Oh, yeah. But now we just hit heal, right? So. Ooh. Switch weapons. Should we get him? See? And all very quick, easy weapon switches and stuff. Inventory's full again. I like my silver bow better. But you know, so if I needed a quick heal, for instance, you know, I can easily go and do myself a quick heal of any kind using a modifier button. So, you know, and all kinds of other different things that, you know, I might want. So, there's healing spell. So, like I just activated many shot, you know, I just switched to metalline arrows. So, you know, you can do a lot of different things. I don't actually have my morphic arrows mapped yet to the controller, and not sure if I'm going to. I have metalline arrows chosen mainly because a lot of times those come in more handy than morphic arrows. Ooh, look, he's not even moving. Hello? Hello, what are you stuck behind there or what? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so, yeah, up here. Oh, come on. How close do I need to get to that lever? Yeah, this particular adventure has some glitches, like the stuck orc. That's what I like to call them. They just sit there. I can't target them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They just shoot the crap out of everything in here.
A crumpled figure lies inside a nearby cell. It must be one of the captives.
Now, like I say, kind of the cool thing is I'm not using the mouse for any of this. So just not using the keyboard, not using the mouse. And, you know, just quickly activate a quick heal. No problem. I can pick up anything too, just, you know, same way anyone else would. Just sometimes a little bit finicky when using the controller. So, you know. But, yeah, I have the same problems when I use mouse sometimes with picking things up. So, don't really need the copper pieces all that much. All right. On to the next one.
A captive lies inside the nearby cell.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody's getting their butt kicked. Who is it? Can't keep people out of trouble. I'm laying on the ground. Oh yeah, I'm going after the orcs. Sure you are. You did real well. Get up and fight. Okay, so Yeah, I know this is getting a little bit long, this adventure, but we're almost done. We're 90% of the way there already. My main thing that I'm trying to show you is that really, you know, it doesn't make much of a difference whether I'm using the Xbox controller or whether I'm using keyboard and mouse. For me, I just
You
like
see a captive inside the nearby cell. Judging from the
being
clothes,
able
it must be Lady
to do all of
Asdal.
this without having to lean over a
You freed
keyboard
Lady Asdal and her bodyguards from the orcs.
and, just make it be kind of a pain to always be leaning over that keyboard and mouse. I just, get sore and tired and stuff from doing that. And I like the feeling of being able to use. Sorry, getting distracted here. Let's take him out.
With Ravnok dead, the Gruul tribe's plan to ransom captives taken from the Cerulean Hills has been ended.
And look, they all went down again. Oh, what a pain. Yeah, so let's everybody get up, please. Yes, get up, get moving. You get up. Get up and fight. There's nobody left to fight, but that's okay. And you too. And so you can see that, again, doing all that without the controller. Can't hit that barrel for some reason. See if I can. There's one last chest. We'll raid it, although my inventory slots are already full, so whatever. Not really gonna make much of a difference. Yeah, and don't need any of that anyway. Ooh, Ravnok's band, what is that? Lesser fire, lesser cold. Yeah, not anything I'm thrilled with. So, see, and there's a little bit of. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to go and get to things than with a mouse. True. But finishing, and then should recall us to the first gate.
The road continues east into territory controlled by hostile Gruul tribe
just to
orcs.
show you. Just recall. And like I say, again, for like the millionth time, I'm doing all of this with the Xbox controller. I'm not using the mouse for anything right now, or the keyboard. So that is, kind of cool in that I don't need to really worry much about anything. Let's see, what's she going to give me that I want? Oh, let's take the smoldering falchion. Why not? Ta-da! And that's done. Well, that goes to show you a lot of my primary Xbox controller functions. As I say, I can do a lot of different things. I can do instant potions for heal. I can do healing spell, you know, I can say activate expeditious retreat. I can go and activate, say, like many shot. Okay, I can activate like uh, cast an entangle spell, although it won't let me cast that right now while I'm in city. But you know, there's a lot of different things that I have mapped into this controller to be able to do as functions. And you know, movement really smooth, really easy. Don't have any problem with it. I can run and jump just like anybody else can, maybe even a little bit better sometimes. Right over, and you know, as I say, even doors are not really that big of a deal. Right through. The hardest part is you know, making sure your cursor position is in the right place. And so anyway, yeah, that's look, I'll go into the cargo hold, no problem. Woo! Jumping for fun. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and got a little bit of something out of it. If you're interested in how I actually mapped this Xbox, I'm part of a group on Guild Medieval, and they are a great group to play with. We are a family-friendly guild, and this is not in any way an advertisement for Guild Medieval. It's just we are a great group of players, and we have a lot of fun. And my point is that I've already outlined this as a process on Guild Medieval along in their forum, in their guides, along with a bunch of other stuff that I've put in the forums there. One thing is about key mapping your Xbox controller and how to do it. Number 2 is how to create custom key maps for each of your tunes on every single server so that you don't have to play around with your hotbars and putting stuff in the proper places that you want it to be so that every character can have a key map that fits their guy, and you have to remember what all the keys are. No, you can create a custom key map, especially using an Xbox controller that fits each and every tune specifically, and have that fire up automatically with your tune. That's a pretty cool one, and I might do that on here. Also, another thing that you can do that I figured out is you can automatically have the server selected that goes to the tune that you want to play. So, in other words, this is Hexter, and he is on Kenneth's server. So, every time I want to play Hexter, if I haven't played Kenneth's server the last time, then I must then go and find Kenneth's server and select it. Now, this doesn't seem like such a big deal until you have, say, 20 tunes all on different servers, and you can't remember which tune is on which server. And so you'll make up a list to go look to try to remember, or you'll just keep switching servers. But the way that I have it set up is, nope, it will automatically select the server for your tune. And that is another thing I outline over on Guild Medieval. And lastly, I show how you can not only fire up a custom key map and select the exact server, and fire up the game all automatically from a single icon click. So that's some pretty cool stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this today, even though I was a little bit long-winded, and this video ran a little longer than I wanted to. But If you enjoyed this and you'd like to learn more about custom key maps, let me know and maybe I'll put it into a video and maybe some other stuff. But if you want that information right now, simply go look up Guild Medieval on Google and go there and get a membership if you're not already in a DDO guild, or if you just want a really cool guild to play on Canvas. As I say, we're family friendly, and there are some rules that you have to follow, but you couldn't meet a better, more giving group of people. Hey, thank you very much for watching this video. Catch you sometime else.